Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a tag for you. It's called the makeup application tag. It won't take long to do, but I fell in love with it because of where this tag originates. This tag came from subscribers, viewers like you, on the channel Jen Phelps. And so that means that maybe these are also questions that you guys want to know too. So it's not just YouTubers making up questions that they want to ask each other. Okay? This is actually coming from viewers. There's a phone right here in case it slips down out of view that has the questions on it. There's 10 questions here and 2 bonus questions, and we're going to see if we can fly right through these. And before we proceed, I just want to say, because I know some of you are probably going to go, oh, what happened to our Sydney Grace eyeshadow look? Okay, it's coming. But I started thinking about this, guys, and I'm like, I cannot realistically do an entire month of Sydney Grace and nothing else. I got too much other stuff I need to be covering. So I am going to, on a trial basis, put out a Saturday video, Sydney Grace Saturday, and see whether or not that takes off, if you guys like that. And maybe then it won't just be a month. It'll be a continuous thing, either Saturday or Sunday, and it just continues. But for right now, we're gonna do this tag. Number 1, which step takes you the longest to apply? Mascara, without a doubt. And right now my lashes are going through a growth cycle because I use a lash serum. I use Grande Lash MD, and your lashes do get long, but they will go through a growth cycle. So I'm in the middle of a growth cycle right now. You wouldn't believe the amount of mascara I have on. And yet this is all the bigger my lashes will be. So I spend quite a bit of time and using 2 or 3 mascaras at a time. And I usually do that off camera because nobody got time for that. And yeah, that's what takes the longest, is my mascara. Number 2, which step can you apply the fastest? And that is going to be really easy. It's lipstick. Now today I do have on, because it's a filming day where I'm filming a couple of videos in a row. I'm talking, drinking, want to make sure my lipstick doesn't have to be reapplied all the time. So I do have on a lip liner and a lipstick on top. But most of the time it's just a lipstick. I just slap it on. I don't even mess with a liner. When this wears off, I'll be like, oh, now I want to wear Wayne Goss. Now I want to wear Juvia's Place. Now I'm going to put on Lancome. And I do this. I'm going to put like 50 shades of lipstick on my face today because I love it so much and I can't make up my mind. And so, yeah. Speaking of which, I need to refresh my lipstick. So like this one is, wrong way. This one is like Sigma's Infinity lipstick. But later, I might decide to put Wayne Goss's Carnation lipstick on, or, you know, something else that's over there. But no matter what lipstick it is, it only takes me a second to do. Number 3, what is your most dreaded application step and why? Brows. I think it's gonna have to be brows. Why? Especially with this camera right here, this newer camera that I got, you can see every hair in my brow. So I'm having to take more time now, and I'm not real confident about my brows to begin with. And you guys are really sweet, okay? You guys are always saying to me, I love your brows. You do such a good job. You guys are good people. Now I'm telling you. But full transparency, I hate to plug. I'm not gonna plug. I'm not gonna do it. So I'll take a tinkle razor and I'll just kind of clean up underneath here. But I'm 58. I'm not going to be taking and trying to shape my brows or stuff, the little hair that I got, you know. I finally got some hairs back in my brows. So, no. I'd rather take like a little crayon thing and go over hair to reshape my brows than actual reshaping my brows. Number 4, which step is your favorite to apply and why? Oh, well, I think we probably know it's eyeshadow. Why is it eyeshadow? Because I think it's the one thing in my makeup application that people notice is different. Everything else I do for makeup application is like not really something that is that much different. But with the eyes, we can change everything. We can change the shape of our eyes. We can change with the color, you know, whether it's bold, whether it's subtle. We can use different eyeliners to enhance different shades of, you know, I feel more artistic and like I get to play and have more fun with eyeshadow than anything else. So I guess that's why it's my favorite to apply. Number 5, which step are you the most good at? Nothing like sounding like an egomaniac, right? I really like the way I buff my cheeks, my bronzer, my blush, my highlight, and buffing it in with powder. I like this graduation of colors into each other. I like doing that because most of the time I don't have a line that goes, that's blush. So I guess that's what I think I'm probably the best at. Number 6. Which step can you use some more practice on? Well, wouldn't that be the same as my brows? The thing you don't, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Maybe the blend on my eyeshadow. I mean, I don't think that anybody actually thinks they're there. I've arrived. I think that I need to practice taking more time with my blend. I tend to go in real heavy, and I just want to like hurry up and get that color there and not spend the time that it takes to actually slowly build it up, instead of going in heavy with a shadow and then trying to spend an hour and a half blending it out. That's probably what I need to spend more time on. Number 7, what order do you apply makeup? That depends on the makeup I'm using. If I'm using eyeshadows that are dark or have a lot of fallout, I usually like to start with my eyes first to make sure that I don't get a lot of fallout on the makeup I've already done. If they're shadows that don't have fallout, I've worn them a lot. I know that they don't have fallout and I can be careful with them. Like these eyeshadows today, I knew that I wasn't going to have a problem with the black and because I know Sigma's formula doesn't have a lot of fallout. So I knew that I was going to have a good time with that and I wouldn't have a lot of fallout. So I went ahead and I had my makeup done and then I did my eye look. But sometimes I may not know that about a shadow, or it's something I know is going to have fallout everywhere. So I'll start with my eyes first. I have an order typically, but I'm not real stringent. Number 8, which step can you skip? Without a doubt, bronzer. Bronzer's nice, but guys, I mean, back long time, in the 80s and whatnot, we didn't even have bronzer. So, or I didn't anyway. I've spent years working with no bronzer, so I think that probably bronzer is the step I can skip. Number 9, which step is an absolute must? Concealer. Absolutely has to be concealer. That's why I've been on such a big thing this year over finding the best concealer, which I gotta tell you, I have now purchased this. Remember, when I did the concealer video, I didn't have this. And because of Corona, I couldn't go get this. But now I have this, and I can't put it down. But because of darkness under my eyes and, dark age spots and whatnot that I have now that I didn't have before, I can't skip that. If I'm not going to put on anything else, I will put on a little bit of concealer. Number 10, any unique tools that you use that nobody else really does? Oh, that's easy. I just used this today. It's my Blink, which I need to take the battery out of, because if you have one of these, I'm just telling you in case you don't know, they burn through the batteries really quick. So you need to take the battery out when it's not in use. I don't even know if they still sell this, but the way you're supposed to use this is you put the battery in, you turn it on, it gets hot like a little curling iron. Now, it doesn't get hot enough to burn you. Okay? One time this person wrote in there something about how brilliant I was, because I'm putting a hot tool next to my eye. Come on. This doesn't get hot enough to burn you. And then I just bring it like this and come through it. Now, you're supposed to do that before mascara. That's not what I do. I never have. So disclaimer, I use it wrong. What I do is I put on all my mascara and then I use this to kind of melt that mascara up into place. I never hear anyone else talking about one of those, so I think that that's the answer to that question. Now the 2 bonus questions. The first one is, which step alters from time to time the way that you apply it? Well, that's easy. Foundation. Sometimes I'm using this little booger, a sponge. Now, I happen to love this one. Sometimes I'm using a flat kabuki brush. Sometimes I'll even switch from a really squishy sponge like this to like the Juno microfiber sponge. I love the lemon one because foundations like Tint a Doll from Lancome, they just behave better for me with a cross between a sponge like this and a brush. So definitely foundation is the answer to that question. And then the last one is, which step stays relatively the same in the way you apply it? I might alter everything else I do, but this, I always do the same thing every single time. This is my Lancome Absolue powder in the shade Golden, which is actually pink. I know, that should be a shirt. We should have a shirt that is golden, which is actually pink, because I say that every single time I talk about this powder. And I take this brush here, so you can still see some of it in there, and I get that all loaded up in my brush. Okay, there it is. I kind of like smush it around, and then I come up and I buff my cheeks with this every single time. This is a sparkly kind of powder that I feel like gives this lit from within, not dewy, but like you're alive. Not only does this particular brush have the right everything, denseness, splay, this brush is perfect for buffing, and I can dedicate this brush to that. So this never changes. It's always this powder with this brush. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I had a lot of fun doing it, and you know, like I said before, mostly because the questions came from subscribers. So I hope you guys know and remember that you're the best part of the Fritzy family, and that if you're not having a blessed day, all you need to do to turn that around is go be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Her subscribers are where it's at. No. Yeah, Jen Phelps subscribers are where it's at. I'm practicing my DJ voice. Jen Phelps subscribers are where it's at. On YouTube. No, that's you guys. The Glitzy Fritzy subscriber base is where it's at. On YouTube. Oh, lay down. Ow, that kind of hurt. Just a little bit. Stop smacking yourself. Whoops. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's giggle. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I hate the Three Stooges. Don't you hate the Three Stooges? I'm sorry I did that to you. Trying not to throw my head all around like normal. I felt like Snoopy on Peanuts. Okay, in my head that made sense, but what you're looking at probably didn't make any sense at all. My mouth is like 50 shades of gray all over the place. No, it's not like 50 shades of gray at all. Grade. Grade. That's probably a better word. This is my... Oh, I got a Charlie horse! Oh, no! Because I can't stand to pluck, and let's be frank, if I have to pluck... No, let's be Shirley. When are you guys gonna get tired of me going, Shirley? I'd be a better Shirley than a Frank.
But I'm not real stringent. That reminded me of A Few Good Men. I strenuously object. Do you strenuously object? I strenuously...
Sometimes. Give me 5. On the side. In the air. I'm just making stuff up now.